Just entered the grounds a few minutes ago, and it's free today until 11 a.m. And I came through that tent area there. So we're going to explore. I was here a couple of days preliminary just prior to the opening. Now let's see what everything looks like now that it's set up, and I think it's around 9 a.m. and it's free today until 11 a.m. So the chairlift is fully functional. I might take that. And here is the BMO Center, just massive. That's cool. And the Saddle Dome off in the distance there. And it's going to get hot. We're going to be in the low to mid 30s this coming week. So at least people have that place to go where it'll be air conditioned. Right now, maybe around 23 degrees. I think we're going to hit around 30 today, 28 maybe. This is one of the food midways, and behind me is food all the way back to the Saddle Dome by the looks of it, and the next midway over there is also food. But I'm going to walk through here. There's a Ferris wheel. That would be fun too. I wonder what rides cost now. I remember when I was younger, it was one ticket. Sometimes it was maybe two. That's going back in my teens, 20s. There's that drop. There's the other Ferris wheel way off in the distance there too. But I can only imagine as the day progresses, it'll be more like a sardine can and many more people will be here. Churros. I think I heard there's a free Stampede breakfast, but I should have asked where that is. Not that I would partake, but you never know. Am I seeing that right? $30, $5. Pay one price, $58. Yikes. Not sure how much it costs. 15 tickets. 15 tickets at $5. Wow. Huh. Do I go this way or do I go this way? Oh, that ride spinning around looks like a lot of fun. Oh, there's the Calgary Tower. I think I'm gonna go this way for now. And then circle back. A few people on the chairlift. And that's a good way to see the whole grounds, except you're looking at the rooftops of all the kiosks, but you can get a good idea of the layout. Family Day breakfast lineup, okay. No thanks. I used to be good at this game. I think if I get anything, I'll get a coffee as long as I'm not paying $50. Stampede often. I think it's probably been 10 years since I've been in here. Wow. I get dizzy looking at that. Oh my goodness. As long as I don't get sprayed with vomit, I guess everything is good. So I was thinking this ride was called the Enterprise. I was thinking of a different ride in my last video. This is Polar Express. So this has been around since the late 1970s as well. Yeah, these rides look like a lot of fun. The Haunted Mansion, they still have that. I have some funny stories about that. When we were kids, I think that's the one where you go through like in a little car. We jumped out of our car and hid in there and scared people until they threw us out. But, well, should I walk over here? I'm actually glad I came. It's kind of fun to see people having fun and young people and kids enjoying things with their families. There's that water ride over there. Yeah, living in Calgary for 47, 48, nearly 50 years. I've seen my share of Stampedes when I was younger. I don't really have much of a desire to come. Today is free, so that's why I'm here. This is going to be neat. I want to watch this. All three of the rides within the shot look interesting. So they spin and then they drop, or what? These people are stuck up at the top. Same with here. Oh, there we go. Now it starts spinning faster and faster and coming down. Oh boy. Wow. The ladybugs. Crazy mouse. It's called. Not ladybugs. Cuckoo house. Well, here's a look back. The lineups are already pretty big for some of these. There's nobody in line for this one. Rock and Roll Space Station. Few people in this line. But yeah, if this was later afternoon or evening, these lines would be much longer. And the whole grounds would be much busier. And McLeod Trail is just over here, so I'm on the west side of the Stampede grounds. Alpine Bob's. I kind of remember that. Ring of Fire. Himalaya. And then I believe after this they go to Edmonton for Klondike Days. I'm not sure when Winnipeg's Red River Exhibition is, but a lot of these same rides will be there as well. Though I think our exhibition grounds are bigger than both of those cities. And they don't have a chairlift. Not that I know of. Here's another Ferris wheel. Not as impressive as the other one. Kind of a beginner Ferris wheel. Not sure what this lineup is for. Is that for the breakfast? Can't be. Maybe it is. Unreal. So that's the loading end for the chairlift at the south end of the park. And then if I pan back this way, it goes all the way to the north end of the park. I'm going to kind of go up here and loop back down the other midway. I don't know how many midways there are. Many. This midway looks pretty crowded. I think that's the lineup for the breakfast here. Then they queue people here, and then it continues over there. Yeah, it's a big line. Wow. Understandably, they can't be blocking foot traffic. Yeah, and there's more line up there. Crazy. And another midway. I might walk down this because the other one had the food lineup, the breakfast lineup. Corn dogs. Lots to see here, man. They call it the greatest outdoor show on earth, and that includes the rodeo and chuck wagons. So yeah, it would be understandably. Burger between fresh watermelon. Huh.
Hey, put that out! Everybody else!
Somebody in the breakfast line. Maybe. And then behind me is the grandstand. And that's kind of the north end of the park, looking that way with the Ferris wheel and the convention center. This is some kind of party tent here. And there's the grandstand. They call it GMC Stadium now. And that's where the chuck wagons, and that's where the breakfast, I believe, the Stampede breakfast is. Fresh cut fries. Oh, we got another breakfast lineup. And there's a lot of people out for the free breakfast. Wow. I think I saw at least 3 or 4 lines like this so far. That's incredible. They figure approximately 100,000 people come through the gates every day during Stampede for the 10-day event. And this lineup just keeps going. Okay. Let's head this way. I could go that way by the agricultural building, but I might loop back there later in that midway. This just gives you an idea of the scope. I mean, yeah, it's a carnival, millions of them, but this one's kind of special and fairly well known internationally, I think, mainly because of the rodeo and that. But also the midway is impressive, the midways. Where do I get? I walked down here already. I'm gonna go this way. Guest services. There's that house that I showed in my last video that you can enter a draw and win. There's the grandstand. I was thinking I might walk that way to my left. I'll go past the agricultural building and then loop back that midway to my left. More breakfast lineup. Wow. I think I'm going to cut through here. If I can. Excuse me. All these little hawkers, midway hawkers. Snow cones. I used to like those when I was a kid.
Oh, we got our first winner of the day. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, take the prize in your front, buddy. Have you guys got it stocked?
Kind of shooting into the sun. I don't know how that'll show up, but I'm going into some shade here. Everywhere I look, there's lineups going forever. So where am I now? I haven't been down here yet. I might do this midway later. when there's a Saddle Dome in the background, and there's the convention center. Mini donut factory. I'm going to go to the end and then loop back up to my left this way here, and then see what else I can see. There's a raffle or a draw for some trucks, GMC. I think this is where I first had that colossal onion down here, but I believe I saw it somewhere else just a while ago. Corn dogs. Poutine. Another line. More trucks. I might go up on Scotsman's Hill too to shoot the park with people, although the view is partially obstructed by the Saddle Dome and a few other buildings here, but it would be interesting to see. So now we're at the east end of Stampede Park, and that to my left is north. That would be the north entry gate, exit gate. And I smell coffee. Oh, cappuccino. I might go there. Line doesn't look that big. Cappuccino, coffee. Might do that. I'm gonna find a washroom. Weedaville. I know there's washrooms in the BMO Center. I might go in there. In fact, I know there was one right by this entrance because I used it a couple of weeks ago. And then we will venture out there some more. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's not too hot yet, low to mid-20s, little gentle breeze. I think the weather really cooperated. Looking at the forecast for the entire duration of Stampede, all 10 days, it looks like it's going to be perfect. And this is open. This is the first Stampede. This has been open. This just opened maybe 3 weeks ago officially. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful structure, this convention center. And they've tied it into the old convention center, which is in behind. So now I think they've doubled or more the convention center capacity. Impressive. Let's see if this door is open on this side. So I just went into what used to be called the Kinsman Pavilion. I'm not sure what they call it now. And I got a coffee for $4, which isn't bad. And those statues there represent the flood, I guess, of 2013. It's supposed to be horses coming out of the water. Maybe you can't make that out from here, the other statues there. Because all this was covered with water in 2013. And believe it or not, it was like a week before Stampede. Maybe 8 days, 9 days, and they still had Stampede up and running. And this was just like a lake through here. So all of the venues, including the Saddle Dome, were flooded. Where I'm standing, the building I just came out of, everything. And they had the whole Stampede Park cleaned up and ready for opening day. Must have been a huge endeavor. Well, I'm gonna wander around somewhere. There's the other statues. And that's the building I just came out of. Here's the Saddle Dome. And they usually have the Canadian military stuff on display. And oh, they do this year, yeah, right there. And that's Scotsman's Hill up there. When I walked through here a few days ago, it looked to me like that was pretty much like a children's sort of area for smaller rides. Even though that Ferris wheel looks pretty intimidating from here. But I'm going to wander back. And I did do a tour there before. And I think if I was to go through here, I couldn't access those stairs to get up Scotsman's Hill. I'd have to take the detour, which goes way around to the left by the McDonald Bridge and then loops back. So I don't know. Right now I say I'll avoid it, but you never know. I guess I will walk down this. Mini donuts, Mexican food. I don't think I walked down this midway. Every food midway kind of looks the same. No, I walked down the other side over there. So we'll just do a quick pass through here. And on my right is the convention center. Yeah, you got Greek food, noodle bar, teriyaki chicken, Malaysian. Everything here. Wow. And I have walked down here on busier days where you can't walk the way I'm walking. It's just wall-to-wall people. So I'm glad I came early. I don't know what time the Stampede grounds open. Maybe 8 a.m.? I think I got here at around 9. That's a cool sculpture. It's supposed to represent a water drop, I think. It's all steel. Cool. More mini donuts. And tossed pizza. That sounds good. Walk this way. Oh, look at this ride. I'm just going to stand back here. Where is that? I can't even follow it.
I just got a slice of it.
I think I had it zoomed in. I did have it zoomed in just for the little walk I did through here. So not all is lost. Jamaican me juicy. Jamaican food. Roti. Ice cream, cheesecake. Wow. Every kind of food. Barbecue steak on a bun. Never heard of that before. I've seen barbecue beef on a bun. And this is where I entered the grounds. So I'm going to head back up one midway that I didn't go. But to get there, I got to go to the end. Now right here is where the Coca-Cola stage used to be. I don't know if they moved the Coca-Cola stage or if it's... But it used to be smack dab in front of me. And that was before they built all this. So I don't know. Maybe I can ask someone where the Coca-Cola stage is. I used to see a lot of free concerts during Stampede at the Coca-Cola stage, which was basically right there where that person's getting up off the ground. It was right in here. I remember seeing Lighthouse here. The Canadian horn rock band Lighthouse, they played here back in '92. 2 shows. They did a Friday night show and a Saturday show. And I was at both. Some friends of mine, all those people that I was here with have long passed away. Well, Pete passed away, Pete Lowe, I guess about a year ago now. Wayne Luoma, who was also with me, would have passed away in 2016, and his brother Ron, 2019. And yeah, that was a really good time. I remember we borrowed a friend of mine, he had a newborn baby. We borrowed their diaper bag, which is waterproof, and we put ice and beer in it. And they let us through. They didn't check our bag. We had at least 30 beer for the show. Memories. Another memory I have is the haunted house. And it was like a 2 or 3 story haunted house, maybe 2 stories. And I was on the 2nd level. And, you know, I was intoxicated on something and I ran out. I saw daylight around the edge of a doorway. And I burst through the door. I was at least 10 feet off the ground. And I landed on the asphalt you know, I don't think I broke anything, but I was injured. Another memory. Let's see what I can see from here. Yeah, I was here before. I walked down here. You know what? It's more of the same. I could kind of head through here and take this midway here. The Euro slide. Are they going to launch? There goes one. Here they come. I went on that years ago. I don't think it was called the Euro slide. It would have been probably 40 or 50 years ago. Deep fried Oreos. Holy shit.
No, it's my cake.
These are the hawkers from the other side. I did walk down the other to the right there. Odd Burger. I've heard of this place. Odd Burger. Somebody said hello to me. Maybe they know me. I don't know. Wow. Cotton candy. Probably the oldest treat available at any carnival around the world. You know? Lemonade. Avocado. Pizza and chicken fingers. Mini donuts and lemonade. So I'm going to head down this food midway. I just went down that one. I think there's 3. And they go back towards the Saddle Dome. I'm going to walk up this one. More mini donuts. They must have at least a dozen kiosks here. Some of them look different, so maybe it's not really trademarked. Maybe it's a slight difference in spelling, I'm not sure. These are a couple of food trucks. Happy Fish. I've seen this food truck before. I've seen this around. International pierogies. International pierogies. Yeah, and this will be the last shoot. I'm walking west, so that'll take me towards in the direction of where I live. And the park is getting busier. There's that colossal onion right there. And that's actually really good. Whoever came up with that concept. Amazing way to prepare an onion. Concessions. Philly cheesesteaks. Real fruit. Hard to believe. Turkey legs. That's my exit over there, but I'm going to go through here. Chicken tenders, Poutine King. There is no shortage of food here on the Stampede Midways. I'm going to kind of stand here and just do a shot off in the distance. So I did walk way over there. Now, extreme bucket fries. Never heard of it. Tater tots, gourmet tater tots. What's his name in there? There's a name for the gourmet tater tot, but I forget what it is. It's a French name. Cheese curds, poutine, curly fries, dill pickle fries. I would like that. Bacon wrapped foot-long hot dog.
Every race, we're in the winner. Everybody wins a prize, guys.
Bacon wrapped foot-long hot dog. Oh, it's cool here, nice and shady. Funnel cakes, I love those. Oh, soft ice cream sounds tempting too. Yeah. We don't want to walk back up there. I think I walked, no, you know what? I didn't. I walked the other midway over there. It gets confusing. Maybe I will walk up here and then just double back. Because I walked up the one to the right. They look quite similar, understandably. But these are all the little games you can play, and I used to be really good at these. The basketball, this is the one that I always won. And that hoop is just barely bigger than the ball. They're not regulation size basketball hoops. If it was, they'd be giving stuff away. And it's nice they have trees through the park. Lots of shade, little areas for people to sit here and there. There's more trees over there, as you can see, and all the way back there. And I think the only thing that's tempting to me is that chairlift. Wouldn't that be funny if I edit some footage of me riding the chairlift in another 5 minutes? But I doubt it. If I did take the chairlift, I'd take it from the other end. More trees. More basketball con. Yeah, I did walk down this part earlier. Cheeseburger ice cream. I saw this on the news the other day. What the hell? What will they think of next? Cheeseburger ice cream. Sorry. What the fuck? Well, I guess when I say what's next, it would be pizza ice cream and hot dog ice cream. And this is the Big Four building, named after the four guys that I think created the Calgary Stampede or had something to do with its inception over 100 years ago. Used to see a lot of concerts in here, and there used to be curling. This was the big curling rink in Calgary. Now, of course, that's in the Saddle Dome. Yeah, you used to be able to sit up in a little cafe, and there was a bar with a large window and balcony, and you overlooked the curling rinks, and you could sit up there and have a beer and watch curling. That was fun. Concerts here sucked because they had so many columns, and the columns were draped with 30-foot tall drapery, and it really screwed with the sound. And there was many of those columns. I remember not being impressed with the acoustics or the acoustics of the Saddle Dome way over there. Surprisingly, when I was a kid, the Corral had better acoustics. Saddle Dome acoustics suck. I'm going to find out how much this chairlift costs. If it's 20 or 30 bucks, forget it. If it's 10, maybe that's hopeful, being hopeful, optimistic. Such a perfect, clear sky. There's not a cloud in the sky today. It's perfect weather, the most perfect day. And it's going to be like this for the next 10 days. So, oh, there's a huge line for the chairlift. Screw that. Now, back when I moved to Calgary in 1977, McLeod Trail is just up here, and these large wooden gates you see here used to be the entry to the park. I think they did away with that maybe around 1980. They moved them here. And, excuse me. WestJet Throw Go. So, Haribo.
Sampling for free, big bag for $5.
I was in the main Haribo store in Bonn, Germany years ago. Huge store. Oh yeah, yeah.
That's the headquarters, right?
Yeah, yeah. Here's another nice green space. I might, if I could find a place to sit, maybe I'll just sit on the ground and finish my coffee. It's beautiful here. Nice and shady and cool. This used to be Weedickville. Yeah. These trees are nice here too. But I miss the old Coca-Cola stage. I really do. They must have moved it somewhere else. This can't be it here. Maybe that's just the temporary Coca-Cola stage. Maybe bands play here, but I can't read. It's too small. So I just talked to a fellow who works here, and apparently this is not the new Coca-Cola stage. They have moved the Coca-Cola stage somewhere way over that way. But you can see how nice it would have been to be sitting under these trees, watching a concert. It was awesome. Some fun times here. But I might try to find a place to sit in the shade over here. That's a nice shot. So that's the Stampede LRT station. That's just been recently opened. There's still hoarding on sections of the columns over there. And there's the BMO Center and the entrance to the grounds. I'm going to be heading west, going home now. Downtown is just over this way.